For the longest time, the biggest bottleneck in filmmaking has been the waiting. You've got editors waiting on cinematographers. You've got VFX artists and colorists and sound designers waiting on the editors. You get the idea. There's just a lot of things that can slow up the process. But last year, Frame.io came out with Camera to Cloud, and that kind of changed everything. So, what exactly is Camera to Cloud? Well, to put it simply, it's a way to create and upload proxy files directly to a Frame.io project just using a Wi-Fi connection. And then all of the people who collaborate with you on that project will have near instant access to your footage. Oh, and it works for audio too. It's pretty cool. Now, when Frame.io first launched Camera to Cloud, it was only available for certain cameras and certain audio recorders. But as of the day that this video launches, anybody who's a mobile filmmaker that uses Filmic Pro can now take advantage of Frame.io's Camera to Cloud. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how all of that works. Before we jump in, just a quick bit of disclosure. This video is not sponsored by Filmic Pro or Frame.io, and neither one of them gave me a free account so I could play around with this. In fact, I've been a paying customer of both companies for a while now. That being said, I was given access to the new Filmic Pro Frame.io integration in advance so I could make this video, but no money exchanged hands. They don't get to see this video before it's put out, and they have no input as to what I say in this video. Cool? Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is set up a project in Frame.io that has Camera to Cloud enabled. This is going to give us a place to put all of our files that we shoot on our phone that all of our collaborators can get to. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll come up here, hit Add Project. We're just gonna call this Backyard Swing Set. And we're going to hit Camera to Cloud connection on. Can download files, yes, new comment, new media uploads, create project. And while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and add a collaborator here. I've got one that's helping me out with this project. And we're done. Now, as soon as I film something on my phone, it's gonna create a proxy. It's gonna upload it to this project, and my friend Mike from Tech Examined is going to be able to review those files, download them, and start doing whatever he needs to do with them. The next thing that we need to do is connect our Frame.io project to Filmic Pro. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you want to use the Frame.io integration in Filmic Pro, you need the Filmic Pro Cinematographer's Kit, which is like a $14 add-on. It's 100% worth it, by the way. It unlocks a ton of features. Now, in order to activate the Frame.io, we just need to come into settings. We're gonna come over to Frame.io. We're gonna hit log in, and we're gonna go continue. And we just need to log in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And we just need to allow it access. We're gonna go to Jay's account. And now we're going to connect it with our backyard swing set. And from there, we can go ahead and choose our proxy quality. Now, you got 3 options here. I've got pretty good service where I am, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 1080p HQ, but if you've got, just a couple bars, that sun is nasty. If you've just got a couple bars of service or your Wi-Fi connection really sucks, you can hit 720p or whatever. Upload method, we've got auto, prompt, and off. Now, auto is just gonna automatically upload everything, and we don't necessarily want that because we want to choose, we may have a take that we don't want to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose prompt, and that way whenever we finish filming a clip, it's going to prompt us, ask us if it wants to create a proxy and upload it to Frame.io, and then we can choose whether or not to do that or delete the clip or whatever, or we could do off where it's just not going to do anything until we go in and manually set it up. Next thing we're going to set up here is turn on cell data usage. Now, I would only do this if you have an unlimited plan or if you're only doing a couple clips. Otherwise, you're gonna run out of data. I personally have unlimited data, so that's what we're gonna use. And now that we're all set up in Frame.io on Filmic Pro, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go film some stuff. All right, so we've filmed our sequence. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our library here. And you can see we've got a proxy uploaded here. And then there's the original clip right below that. We've got a proxy, and then the original, and then the proxy, and then the original, and then the proxy, and then the original. You get the idea. It shows the proxy and the original. It gives you the upload status of each one. Now, if I go ahead and hit this Frame IO button, it says your upload queue is empty. That's because everything is uploaded and it just automatically deleted, which is super, super cool. We've also got, let's go ahead back to our library. We can do some other stuff here too. If we come into our main library, if I come down, I've got some other clips here. Let's say I wanted to add some more clips to the project. I can go ahead and add some clips here, maybe these 3. And this Frame IO button now has a plus on it, which means I can add it. Do you want to generate proxies and add these to your upload queue? Let's go ahead and hit yes, and it's gonna downsample those. And now if I come over here and we go into our thing, there we go. We just finished our last upload. That's super, super cool. We can also do things like pause our entire upload queue, or we can reprioritize what we want uploaded first. There's just a whole bunch of options. It's pretty cool. But now that that's all said and done, I'm just gonna go ahead and text Mike and let him know. Now Mike can go log into the Frame IO project and do whatever he needs to do with the footage. Now, I gotta be honest, when I first heard about this integration, I didn't get it. I was thinking, well, if you're just filming on a phone, can't you just upload the full res files to Google Drive or Dropbox or even Frame IO? Wouldn't that work? I mean, you can share those folders, those projects with people too, right? And the answer is yes, absolutely, you can do that. But honestly, after playing around with the camera to cloud integration in Filmic Pro and seeing how much faster it is and how much easier it is to do than, the old way, I gotta say, I'm sold. I mean, think about it. The whole process of uploading full res files to Google Drive and Dropbox, it takes a long time, and downloading sometimes takes even longer depending on your internet speed. It's just another bottleneck. So the camera to cloud integration kind of alleviates that and makes the process so much faster. Frame IO and Filmic Pro will both be linked below if you want to check them out. I highly suggest you do. Like I said, I've been using them for a while. That wind is out of control, so make sure you go watch this video right here, and I'll talk to you later. See ya. The clouds and the sun and the wind. This is why I hate filming outside. I give up. There's dog poop over here, right there. There's dog poop.